And next up, we've got Sonya Blade, a chick with basic special ops training, versus Mileena, a highly trained assassin mutant hybrid clone of Katana, bred in Shang Tsung's flesh pits, infused with deadly ravenous dark content DNA that heightens her strength, agility, and unquenchable thirst for blood and carnage. This should be a close matchup, folks. Sonya walks onto the battlefield, which is covered in mud, and she's wearing a white t-shirt with no brawn. I don't want to spoil anything here, folks, but this movie is written by a dude, and I think you know where this one's going. She eyes up a strange, monstrous statue, and I don't want to spoil anything here, folks, but this movie was written by an idiot, and I actually don't think you know where this one's going. Whoa, look at this! Mileena comes flying in out of nowhere, in a shot that's best described as what a Ninja Turtles fight scene directed by Sam Raimi would look like.
Ramming speed!
Sonya narrowly dodges. It looks like Mileena's about 6 inches away from going face first into the mud, but she front flips perfectly onto her feet. It truly is incredible what happens between cuts in this tournament, folks. It looks like the wrong side of Sonya's shirt is covered in mud, and then Sonya gets a swift kick to the face. She flies into a rock and recovers, just quick enough to ask if this is Katana.
Katana? You wish.
As in, she's the version of Katana you'd order off Wish.com. As we take this moment to see just how deadly sharp those sides really are. She really is Katana's clone here, folks. We then get a shot of nothing, moving fast across the screen. Oh, but would you look at this? Mileena flies towards Sonya like a character from Crouching Tiger hidden rope work, but Sonya is able to do a barrel roll to safety. Just in time to get kicked in the face, which sends her flying into a triple axel, and she lands directly onto a squishy boulder that rumbles from the crushing impact of her 140-pound frame. Luckily, she lands onto the mud frontwards this time.
Nice.
Mileena twirls her sides as she flexes every sinuous muscle in her neck furiously and goes flying towards Sonya. Sonya tries to dodge the sides, but actually gets kneed in the head for real, which is honestly pretty brutal. Mileena goes to stabby stab but misses. Mileena then goes to stabby stab a foot to the left of Sonya's head, but she blocks it and slams Mileena's hand onto the squishy rock, which successfully moves Mileena's hand from the grip to the middle of the thigh. Bravo, Sonya. That'll teach her. Oh, I guess not. Because Mileena's swinging the other side directly a foot to the left of Sonya's head, and she blocks it in the exact same way. Let's see that one more time, folks. Nice. Mileena pulls Sonya's hair back, which makes her scream more than when she flew 10 feet onto a boulder. She then gets kneed directly in the tits, and the force doubles her over. Oh no, back onto the squishy rock. Environmental hazards are in play, folks. Mileena switches her grip on the cyan shot this time, which is appreciated, and she goes for the killing blow, but Sonya dodges, and is stopped by the squishy rock, and I'm actually kinda just really confused about the rock now, folks. Sonya kicks aside, and then she kicks Mileena into the mud. Sonya runs towards her, but Mileena donkey kicks her. Mileena runs towards Sonya, and oh my god, folks, that's a legit nip slip. Considering this is a PG-13 tournament, that's technically legal, but I doubt Mileena's getting properly compensated for this bout, ladies and gentlemen. Devious producers, the true villain of Outworld. Sonya gets kicked once again, and the force sends her flying to the mud once again. You don't have to be a scientist to know what happens next here, folks. You just have to be a dude, because it's obviously going to be a mud wrestling fight.
By the way, mud fight with the two women. We see what you're doing. We know what you're up to.
Sonya blocks a kick, and oh, you guessed it, dudes. Pulls her down into the mud. Sonya goes to drop an elbow, but Mileena narrowly dodges, and it looks like they're back on their feet. Sonya goes for a backwards elbow, but Mileena reverses it and tosses her, but Sonya reverses that. A kick to the tummy, a kick to the face, another kick to the tummy, a kick to the face, another kick to the tummy, a kick to the face, another kick to the tummy, a kick to the face, another kick to the tummy, a backwards elbow. But look at this, Mileena's got her locked up, but oh! Sonya puts her leg behind her head and gets Mileena right in the face. She then spins Mileena onto the ground and ties her up with an armbar and then kicks her right in the face.
She's running for it! She got it! It's all over!
What an incredibly well executed and choreographed fight. It surely would be a shame for some Annihilation stuff to happen. Oh, but would you look at that? A dragon tattoo flies off Mileena and teleports away, and then that ominous statue turns into an aggressively low-budget monster. Incredible, folks. Just when you thought it was getting not super bad, we're back in action.
The visual effects in Annihilation remain unfinished to this day, with the studio deeming them, quote, good enough at the time.
But look, it's Jax, and he's furiously fisting the creature's ass repeatedly with both hands. Turns out being fisted repeatedly is his creature's only weakness. Speak for yourself, creature. Jackson leaps into the air and hammer fists the creature, which reasonably causes its back half to be sucked into the bowels of hell itself. Incredibly awkward stuff, folks. Sonya is absolutely filthy now, so she says,
Ugh. I gotta go find a river.
and it turns out she did, because this is her in the next scene. But look, it's raining men.
Hallelujah, it's raining men.
They scurry away and Jack says,
They don't even use parachutes.
which kinda makes you wonder if you forgot about the 20-foot dragon creature that popped out of a stone statue 30 seconds earlier. Well, that's gonna be a question we'll have to answer on the next episode of Unfair Kombat by CineMattersToMe.